Good morning, guys. Welcome to class. In today's class, we are going to read an article called "The Happiest Man in Britain is Blue-Eyed Steve," and this is they did some kind of survey, something like this. I'm not sure, whereby they found the kind of average person, the who's the most happy in the UK, yeah, and what kind of job they have, where do they live, and what do they look like, things like this, yeah. So they found this kind of typical character who's been voted the happiest in Britain. So we're going to have a look at this today. We're going to read this together and learn the new words, and then talk about this. What kind of how it'd be in your country? Who you would say? What kind of person is the most happy? So first of all, we have Ramon.
Hello.
How are you today? I'm good, thank you. How are you today? Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
I'm fine.
Ramon, yeah. So the happiest man in Ukraine, is it? What color eyes do you have, Ramon? You have brown eyes, right?
Brown eyes. I don't know exactly. Maybe.
Okay. So we'd say brown-eyed Ramon from Ukraine. Yes, the happiest. But they're saying a guy called Steve with blue eyes has been voted the happiest guy in the UK. Okay. So we're going to talk about this. It's quite unusual, but that's the topic. Conrad says good morning. Good morning to you as well, Conrad. And hello, I think is that Omar, yeah? So it's the Arabic characters, I'm sure. Okay, we also have, who's that? Jose. Jose, are you there?
Hello, teacher.
How are you today?
Yes, teacher.
Cool.
I'm here.
And
I'm fine, teacher. Thanks for asking.
not
How
too
about
bad.
yourself?
And Jose, what color eyes do you have? What color eyes do you have? What's the color of your eyes?
Ah, okay. They are brown.
Okay, so would you say the happiest person in your country is someone called Jose with brown eyes?
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, so they're saying in the UK the happiest guy is Steve with blue eyes. Yeah, so we're going to talk about this today. It's quite interesting. Okay, Mustafa is there. Okay, can't hear you just yet. Maybe it will take some time to load. And Omar is there.
Yes.
Cool. By the way, were you writing in the chat box?
Me? Yeah. This is my Facebook account.
Okay, so it's a different name. Yes, that's cool. So Omar, welcome back.
Yes, welcome.
And what color are your eyes, Omar?
Black.
Okay, and would you say the happiest guy in Saudi Arabia would be someone called Omar with black eyes?
No.
Okay, yeah, so not as such, yeah. So I don't know how they found this out, but let's discuss this. So Goliath, is it Goliath? Goliath?
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And where are you from?
I'm from Algeria.
Perfect. Okay, so nice to meet you. And I think this is definitely the first time we've spoken, right?
Yes, but I used to watch you in secret.
Oh, I've been stalked. Ah, yes, it's like the spy. Okay, so Goliath is the spy from where? Where are you from again? Algeria. Yep.
Algeria, yes.
Cool. Okay, so Igor is also the spy from Moldova.
Sorry?
Igor is a spy from Moldova.
Why spy?
I don't know, yeah? So Goliath said he's like the spy. You are also the spy, I think, yeah? You sound like a spy, Igor.
I don't understand you.
What's your surname?
What do you mean?
What's your surname, your family name?
H-O-T-C-O.
Wait, H-O-T-C-O.
Yes, exactly.
Hotco.
Something at Hotco.
Hotco. Okay, cool. Okay, so welcome, Igor. Good to speak with you again.
Thank you.
And we have Mustafa.
Yes, hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Cool, okay, so nice to speak with you. We've spoken before, I'm sure, right? Have we spoken before?
Have I spoken to what?
Have
Sorry?
we spoken before? Is this the first time we've spoken?
No, this is the first time I join a verb link lesson.
Oh, okay, so in that case, welcome, Mustafa. Where are you from?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Perfect, yeah, so almost also from Saudi Arabia. Which part of Saudi Arabia do you come from?
I'm from the eastern region.
Okay, yeah, so cool. What's your city?
Al-Ahsa.
Al-Afsa. Omar, do you know this?
Yes, yes.
Are you close? You're not close, right?
No, I'm in the south.
Southern part.
No, I'm in the east. He's in the west. I'm in the west. He's in the east. So
Okay, yeah, so opposite sides, yeah? So,
yes.
okay, that's interesting. Do you guys have some kind of different culture, yeah? So on one side, I guess, is the East different from the West?
Yes, yes. A lot different, I think.
Okay, cool. Okay, Ramon's there, back, and Tam.
Yeah, hello.
Good to speak with you, Tam.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, teacher. Hi, everyone.
And have we spoken before?
Yeah, yeah. Several times.
Cool, okay, so, and we call you Nguyen, yeah? So not Tam, Nguyen.
Yeah, it's my family name.
Okay,
Nguyen.
so
It's,
you'd like to be
it's
called
call me
Tam?
Tam. Yeah,
Tam,
you
okay,
just
cool.
call me Tam. Okay.
Okay, so welcome, Tam. Good to speak with you again. Okay, in this session, it's going to be a reading session to find out who the happiest man in Britain is, yeah? The average, who would be considered happy and who would be considered maybe unhappy. What kind of jobs you'd have to do to have a happy job, what age, and things like this. And some may be quite surprising, yeah? So what you may read might surprise you. And we'll compare the situation if it would be the same in your country. So Hazel has also joined us. Are you there, Hazel? Okay, I think it's loading. And in that case, let's make a start. If you could all open this, I'll share my screen as well. So for those who are watching, they can follow if they can't see the website for whatever reason. Okay, so who would like to make a start reading?
Me?
Yes, please.
Okay. Read the first line.
Okay.
Happiest man in Britain is blue-eyed Steve. Britain's happiest man has been indefined, and in all likelihood, his name is Steve.
Okay, I find it quite ironic that they put a picture of Steve Coogan here, and he hasn't got blue eyes yet. So I feel that's quite, yeah. Good start, good start. But they're not saying he's the happiest man in Britain. They're just saying the average person, the happiest person would probably have a name like Steve and would probably have blue eyes, yeah? So they did some kind of survey rating your happiness, your personal happiness, and more people said they were happy whose name was Steve, and also who had blue eyes, yeah? So there was a link there. So we're going to read this first. Happiest man has been identified. What does this mean, to be identified?
Hello?
Is that time? Okay, to be identified as. Someone has been identified. What does this mean, to identify someone?
He was recognized. Find out that.
Yeah, they found out. Yeah, so they pinpointed him down. They realized that this person, whose name is Steve, would be the average person. Would be the happiest. Okay, and in all likelihood, what's a synonym for likelihood?
Maybe probably.
Probably, yeah. Most probably, his name is Steve. It's not saying everyone called Steve is happy and everyone else called Jack is not. It's just saying you're more likely to be happy according to this survey if your name was Steve, because more people whose name was Steve said they were happier. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about the validity in a minute as well, yeah, so if we can trust it. Okay, and it says Steve Coogan may be even happier if he was a teacher, research suggests. Okay, let's read on and we'll talk about this. Who would like to read the first 3 paragraphs?
I can.
Yes.
Yes, please,
Here.
Roman.
That's, that is the conclusion of a poll carried out to find the country's most content people. According to the finding, the happiest man is likely to be a 60-year-old married teacher named Steve, living close to Edinburgh. The study carried out by Carberry Heroes also claimed that he is likely to have gray hair, blue eyes, wear glasses, and love spending time with his family and friends.
Okay, yeah, we'll stop there maybe. Okay, was that clear for everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the conclusion. I guess conclusion's very, very easy for you. I'll just say the words and shout out if you don't understand, if you want clarification, yeah? So if you want me to clear it up. If you don't say anything, I'll assume it's okay for you. So I'll say it, I'll give you maybe 3 seconds to respond. Conclusion. Okay, poll. Conclusion of a poll.
Poll is an inquiry of an opinion about something.
Survey.
Yes, a bit like a survey. So
Survey.
there could be a poll on, I don't know, on a website. It says, do you think our website is good? Yeah, that's a poll, a user poll. Okay, was that clear for everyone? A poll. And does everyone know what a survey is? I use this word.
Like a research about something and ask questions, and people have to respond about their opinion.
Cool, yeah. Okay, so Alberto has just joined us. Are you there? I think it must be loading. Okay, I can't hear you just yet, Alberto. Please check your mic settings, but it could be loading, okay? So I'll give you some time. Tam, okay, did you understand what a poll is? A poll?
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, when you want to find out public opinion, you will make a poll. You will take a poll, right?
Yeah. Okay, and recently, for example, there's been elections in the UK, not general elections, but local elections. And people then vote, they go to a polling station. Okay?
Yeah.
When you vote, you go to a polling station, and this is where you give your vote. I vote for this guy, or I vote for this woman, whatever, yeah? So it's when you vote, that's a polling station. Any questions so far?
Carry out. Tell me, please. Carry out.
Carried out. This is the conclusion of a poll. Carried out to find the country's most. The purpose of this poll was to find out. So it was done because. That is the conclusion of a poll. Carried out. It was done to find the country's most content people. It's just like to do, yeah, to carry something out, to do something. Okay.
Thank you.
No worries. To find the country's most content people. What does content mean?
Happy about himself.
Satisfied. Yeah. Everything's going okay. This job is secure. The wife is nice. The children are okay. Things like this. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be like the richest person. Yeah. So they said actually a married teacher named Steve. Yeah. So they're saying the most happy man would be a married teacher named Steve, living close to Edinburgh. Yeah, so I can imagine why living close to Edinburgh this could make you happy. It's a very nice city, but you know they're saying most people who said they're married to a teacher named Steve, living close to Edinburgh, were the happiest.
So
okay?
If you are not married teacher, you are not happy.
No, they're just saying that's the result.
Teacher. Maybe less happy, only less happy.
Yeah. They're just saying the results showed that more people who were teachers, married, and were called Steve were the happiest. Yeah, so there was a trend out of the people who took part in this survey.
You should change you should change your name and move to Edinburgh, Martin.
Yeah, and you should change the color of your eyes. Yeah, so of course, it's not saying that okay, if you're called Steve, you're happy. If you're called Bob, bad luck. Yeah, so you're going to live a life of misery. It's just saying that they found out. It was market research, I'm assuming, just to find out, you know, because some people, in some positions they're not happy. What kind of is the happiest job? How they can maybe sell their chocolate better? I don't know. Yeah. So we'll talk about the reliability in a minute of this. Yeah, because of course not everyone took part in this survey, and is it accurate? Yeah. So that's another thing. Okay. So first reactions. Okay. So apparently the happiest person in the UK is a married teacher called Steve, living close to Edinburgh, a 60-year-old. Okay. What do you say in your country? Do you think 60-year-old married teachers living close to a capital city would be considered happy? Alberto. Can we hear you now?
Okay. Teacher, in my country, I think that maybe people who have a good job, maybe it's not they not receive a lot of money, but they have an average salary with good education. Only that.
So someone who's average salary, not earning enough to have a good lifestyle, but not too much that maybe they're getting stressed. Yeah, because I guess if you earn more money, you're in a higher position, which probably means more stress. Yeah, it could be that. Okay.
Yes.
What do you say in your country, Tam? Yeah. So would you say what kind of job would you like that would make you very, very happy? What kind of job would make you very happy, and what kind of people are the most happy in your country? For example, the people in the UK, I would say with the highest salaries are bankers in London, but I wouldn't say they're very happy on average. Of course they're going to be happy bankers, of course they're not going to be happy, but usually they're in very, very stressful positions. Okay, but Tam, what do you say? Okay, can't hear you. Ramon, what do you say in your country?
I don't exactly understand you. You mean that can a teacher in my country be happy?
No. Of course, everyone can be happy. I'm just saying, what would you say? Is it a happy profession? Are most people happy in this profession? And would you say this kind of demographic fits? Yeah. So a 60-year-old married teacher. Living close to the capital city, would you see this person as being happy?
According to my country, I don't think so, because average long of Ukrainian people about 55 years. So if this person lives so long, maybe he is happy that he is still alive.
Okay,
Average lifespan.
Average lifespan, or the life expectancy. Okay.
Thank you.
So you'll be happy because you survived, yes? So pass.
Yes.
Okay, it's interesting. Okay, but would you say, okay, let's change it then. So let's make it 40, okay? So 40-year-old.
I think yes, it's possible, because there is people who like different profession, and I know a lot of people who like to be maybe a policeman, maybe even a cleaner, because he likes his profession. So I guess that there are people who can be happy with profession, even in my country.
And also, there can be teachers that are bloody miserable, yeah? So my teachers, for example, at school, some of them were quite, you know, obviously not happy, yeah? So you could see that. So, of course, it depends on the person. We're not generalizing. Well, we are generalizing, okay? We're not saying everyone who is this is unhappy, everyone is this, but just to get an idea, really, of what makes us happy, yeah? So what kind of things we need, yeah? So why do you think, then, Hazel, they said this? Yeah, 60-year-old married man from Edinburgh who works as a teacher. Why? What? Not about his job, but why would this make someone happy, this kind of lifestyle?
I think only gifted, talented teachers can be happy with their jobs, because in my country there are many not gifted and not talented teachers, and they are miserable because the salary is very small. But if they are passionate with their jobs, they could be content. And I think this man, this Steve, is a talented and gifted teacher, and he likes his job, and that's why he's content, maybe.
He's probably doing it because he likes the job rather than about the money, yeah? So
Yes, because being teacher can be very rewarding. If you see your students growing and accumulating a lot of knowledge, I think it's one of the most rewarding jobs.
but they say if you want to earn money and things like that, don't do it, yeah? So
Yes,
it
yes.
depends on what you are. And maybe this guy is thinking, well, you know, I've got to 60, it doesn't matter about the money now, yeah?
Yes,
So
yes.
it's more about things like family and stuff like that. So maybe that's why. And maybe if they asked him early on in the career when he's trying to pay the bills and stuff, the mortgage or whatever, maybe it was a bit of a different answer. I'm not sure. Okay, so what do you say then? So Hazel, what do you think, what kind of job would make people happy in your country? What kind of job do most people want?
I don't know. My country is not a very rich country, and there are few people with much money, and probably independent job, like self. How do I say? Um,
Self-employment?
Self-employment. Yes, that kind of people could be happy, maybe.
Why so? Why so?
Because businesses are not going very well, and I thought another thing. I think people who, and especially young people who works in IT business are, and I know several which are very happy indeed.
Yeah.
Because they love their jobs. And in my opinion, the most important thing is to love your job. Then you will be happy and content.
Okay, so to like your job first and then everything else will come, okay? So what would you say, Igor, yeah? So in Moldova, what kind of job would you want that would make you happy?
I don't know.
Difficult, yeah? So difficult to answer and stuff.
Something to work. I think average man that is happy. I think want to work something related in office, to do some office things.
But for you, would it matter about the salary? So would you care about the job more than the actual what you're doing rather than the salary?
I would like, in an ideal, I would like to be a good job with a good salary.
Okay, yeah. So because then, therefore, of course, if you get more money, you can spend your leisure time. Yeah, you can counterbalance that a bit, you know, with your leisure time activities and stuff. Okay, so that's interesting. Jose, what do you say in your country? What kind of job do people want?
Teacher, okay. I think that maybe people want to build their own businesses.
Yeah.
But the problem is that in my country, people don't have money to build their own companies or self-employed people. It's difficult to get that. But I think that the idea is to get your own company.
Okay,
but
so lots of people want their own company, yes, to be the boss.
Yes. Maybe not not a big company, because when you have a big company, with that you can get big problems too. But maybe something average company that allow you to get a happy life.
Yeah, so to feel a bit free. Yeah, so
yes. Yeah.
To feel a bit free. And the thing is, though, actually teachers in the UK, I don't know, school teachers, they work so many hours, actually, maybe 65 or 70 hours per week or so, because of all the extra additional things like the preparation, the the planning, the marketing stuff, and of course that would be also stressful. Yeah, so it probably the same if you worked in a bank. Yeah, so that's the thing. I guess these people would have to really love their job as such. Okay, so Mustafa, what would you say in your country?
Yes.
So what is the dream? Yeah, so we've got on the left hand side we've got the American dream. Yeah, this kind of thing in America. About what is the dream in your country?
It's a relative issue. Like for me, I think if the person is not greedy and he found his niche, and he volunteer in some projects in his community, he will be very happy in my country. But the truth is that most people here are thinking about money. So if he has a lot of money, he is happy. He wants the job that pay him a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay, so usually it'll be motivated by money, yeah? So not about doing something particularly enjoy. People would do things that just bring in the money, things like this, yeah? And I would say that's the same in the UK. I think it's the same everywhere, in lots of people's cases. Ramon, okay, what would you say? Anything else, yeah? So what is the Ukrainian dream?
I think most of our people dream to have a lot of money, but from my point of view, money has never make any person really happy. Yes, you can get a lot of things, but you can buy health for money. You can return to your relatives who died, for example. You can buy a real real love. So, as for me, money, it's not. It has not to be a main purpose for people's life, and they cannot make people happy, really happy, in my point of view, of course.
So we say like a quick fix. So, for example, you work really hard for something, then you get the money in your bank account, and then after 2 minutes, you know, the novelty's worn off. You're thinking about the next bit, yeah. So, yeah, things like that. So we say it's like a quick fix, meaning makes you get the money instantly. You're thinking, oh yeah, that's great. Then after a while, you're thinking, oh well, you know, it's not so interesting anymore, maybe, yeah. So it doesn't equate to happiness. But you're saying most people want more money. Yeah, so most people want more money. Most people be motivated by the money.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Cool. And what kind of job? Yeah, so I've heard like in Russia and Ukraine stuff, IT is a really big industry, and the salaries there are very high. Yeah, so for IT and things, would most people want to work in these kind of industries, or does it depend?
I don't think so. I try to explain you something, because maybe Igor can explain, because I don't work with IT actually, but IT industry in our country something like illegal, because people who work with IT usually don't pay any taxes, and country doesn't regulate with market, and maybe for this reason that these people can earn enough money, because they don't pay tax, and the country can prohibit their work. It's my opinion, because I don't work in this field, but maybe somebody can explain.
Igor, do you know?
I think Roman means that the most people who work in IT in countries of ex-USSR like Russia or Ukraine or my country, they work remotely and they receive money at their credit, their debit card, or maybe through payment system like MoneyGram, PayPal. So they receive money, they live with this money, but they do not pay taxes, and they usually have good salaries.
As a result, no taxes, yes?
No. In comparison, for example, with people who works here locally, yes, in other industries, for example, they have more money. For example, $2,000 they have in month,
And
maybe.
with tax
Maybe
free,
more.
which is pretty good going, yeah? So if you don't have to pay taxes, that's
Basically,
serious money.
yes, they do not pay any taxes because here we do not have legislation that how to say that requires you to pay these taxes.
Requires you to pay. So at the moment, yeah, it's just tax free. Yes, it's kind
They
of.
cannot. They cannot. They cannot. How to say? They cannot. You to do this to what to.
They can't monitor it. Maybe they can't regulate it, control it.
They monitor. They see, but they cannot
enforce.
Enforce you. Yes. So you want to pay taxes. You go and you declare this how much
no
you earn and you pay. But usually, if they do not enforce you, you do not do nothing. I think this is.
And of course, if it's easy not to pay taxes and there's nothing no one's going to do, I guess people won't. Yeah, so it makes sense. But okay, so Ramon, yes, this is an example. Do lots of people then therefore want to work in IT?
Repeat, please. How many people I know who work?
No. Do lots of people want to work? Because, for example, what you're saying, the salaries are high and also there's no tax. Well, no. Do lots of people want to work in this industry?
I know people want to work in IT, but there is an interesting situation because if we talk about period 5 years ago, yes, it was very quick developing industry, and it demands a lot of new employer. But now the person has to be very good quality in IT. So in our country, I think it's quite difficult to make good knowledge in this sphere. So,
okay, so you have to be the best of the best, and it's difficult.
Yes. I think this market is full of professional now, because you understand that a lot of UK company or USA company offer different work in Ukraine and Russia, but a lot of good quality specialists work there now. And if you want to take part in with company which work for USA, for example, you have to have a lot of knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, so you have to, and the thing is, so now it's because of course, if you're saying to someone, oh, you can get $2,000 or whatever, tax free, lots of people want to get a hold of this money, yeah? And lots of people come into the industry that maybe are not so good or whatever. But you're saying now it's like the market is controlling it. More people are professional, yeah. More people are professional now.
Yes, and there is another fact, because we don't have legal institutes who can prepare such type of specialist.
Okay. So it's not regulated, not regulated.
Yes.
They learn at home this profession.
Self-study and stuff. Yeah. So
yes.
I don't know. Yeah. So lots of people would want to do it there, I think. Yeah. So Tam, okay, what do you say?
Hi.
Tam, okay, what is the dream in your country? What kind of job do most people want to have?
Most people want? Yeah.
What kind of job?
You know, we are the developing country, so almost people live in, you know, not good condition. So they want to work in a sector with high salary, such as in financial, banking, or insurance.
So it's about the salary, yeah? So it's about the salary.
Salary.
Okay, it's interesting, yeah? So, and I would say it's the same everywhere, yeah? So most people are motivated by the salary, but who would disagree with this? So who would not work because of salary, completely because of salary? Who would work for free even? If, for example, you had enough money already in your life,
Yeah.
would any of you work for free? Would
Yes.
anyone do?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
You would work for free, Hagen.
I definitely would, Martin.
And why so?
Because now I work for money because I have to pay my bill. But if I wouldn't have this problem that I don't care about money because I have enough and I don't have to think about them, I would work.
Okay, just because to keep you occupied.
And I would like to work, not only to keep occupied, but not very much. And I would have time to travel and to do what I like, but at work and work itself as well.
Okay, so do a bit of both, yeah? So to
Yes.
combine it, because I guess it can be boring sitting at home. Okay, for example, if you're really rich, you can sit behind the swimming pool, but you know, that gets boring after a while, I guess, maybe. I've never had this problem, yeah? So we need to ask someone. Okay, so would anyone get bored being rich? That's my next question. So Abdu has just joined us.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Abdu.
Nice to meet you, teacher.
Okay, we were talking about, I think we've spoken before, right?
No, I have just joined lately.
Okay, recently on Verbing. Okay, that's cool. So welcome, Abdu. My name is Martin from the UK, but living in Germany. If you don't know me already, but Abdu, where are you from?
I'm from Morocco.
Cool. Okay, and we were talking about like what kind of jobs and what kind of things we need to make us happy. What do you say it is in? What's the situation like in Morocco? What kind of jobs do most people want? So would most people like to be, I don't know, a doctor, a lawyer, a manager, I'm trying to think. UK, I'd say lots of people want to be doctors, lawyers, things like that, because the salaries for them are higher than everything else. So or some kind of banker, but bankers now maybe it's not, the reputation is not so there because of the crisis and stuff like this. Politicians, no, yes, I'd say that.
No ways are loved politicians, I think.
I don't know, yeah. So politicians, no, I say, but things like doctors, lawyers, yeah, it would be common, accountants, things like that, yeah. So Abdu, what do you say in Morocco? He's gone. Okay, so Diego.
Hello, Martin. How are you?
Good to speak with you again. I'm
Hello,
okay.
everyone.
You okay?
Yeah. We've spoken before.
I recognize you, yeah? So Diego, welcome back. We're talking about, well, we're reading an article about the happiest man in Britain, but it's not a specific person, it's just like a demographic, yeah, type of person. And then I asked the group what kind of job would make people happy in their countries. Diego, what kind of job in your country would make people happy, and what kind of job do most people want to do?
All right. Well, I live in Uruguay, here in South America, and in my country, the Uruguayan dream, I would say, is to have 2 children,
yep.
A boy and a girl, then to have your own house,
yep.
have a car, and have a house on the beach, so that you work in the city to earn money to raise your children, and you can go on holiday to your own place in summer to enjoy our coast.
And is this dream obtainable for most people?
For many people it is, but not for everybody.
Yeah.
Then you were talking about working for no money.
Yep.
And yes, I agree with many things that have been said, that it's not only the money, but also that you feel that you get satisfaction doing what you do at your job, and that in Uruguay, for example, in Montevideo, the capital of the country, there are many organizations that work for no profit, and that try to help people who are poor or that have a low education or no education. And actually, I'm a volunteer in a radio that belongs to a hospital, and I enjoy a lot volunteering there, although I have a job where I work to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And
so you do it because you like it?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so you do it because you like it and to volunteer and stuff. But would you do this full time? Would you like to in the future work full time in this field? Yeah, so as a volunteer.
My dream would be to receive money enough to pay my bills, and be able to be a journalist and be able to dedicate myself completely to what I like, which is to be a radio man.
Okay, yeah, so to be free, to have the freedom to do this.
But so far, it's a non-profit organization, so maybe that is not going to happen.
Okay, yeah, so
yes.
So funds are limited and things like this because it's not for profit, it's not making profit. But ideally, you would do this as a job, yes. So if you got offered a job in this field, you'd take it. So you would do it for the money, ultimately.
Sorry.
Okay, so it's not for profit, but if you got a job in this field, it would be the ideal situation.
Yeah, if I could do what I like and receive money for it, would be the ideal situation.
Yeah. So I think that's. Yeah. And what do you say, Hazel? Yeah. So we talked about the jobs and stuff, not just about the job, but the lifestyle now, not about the money. What is the Romanian dream? As in, what do most people want in your country? The life they want to live, like maybe I don't know, dog or something like that. What would you say most people want?
I think that this is like in any other country. A house, a nice car, or a pool, a swimming pool, a dog, a cat, whatever. And money enough to go on vacations and travel and this kind of stuff.
Okay, and what would you say? So, where would people like to go? How many times would they like to travel per year, average? Would you say most people want to?
Once a year, on average, during summer. And now people from Romania go, I think, everywhere on the planet. From Europe to South America and South Africa and Japan and all the countries.
Okay, yeah, so
but not everybody can afford this.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, but the dream is that, yeah. So,
yes.
How many does it matter about children? Does it matter about pets?
Children, lately only one. They want to have only one child, and pets. I think dogs are most loved pet.
So it sounds the same as the UK. Yes, it sounds the same as the UK.
Maybe.
So one thing, I don't know. Most people, I guess, some people want just the career. Don't worry about the family, whatever. Some people want the career and the family. But I'd say most people want to own their own home. They want to have maybe a dog. They want to have 2.3 children, something like that. Yeah. So
yes.
It's difficult to generalize it, I guess, to make it. But Hoa is there. He's just joined.
Hello.
Hi, Hoa. How are you today?
Hey, I'm fine, thanks. You?
Cool. Not too bad. Not too bad. Did you manage to follow what we were talking about?
I'm just joining this class, so I don't know how to talk with you. Or
So we were talking about happiness and what kind of things we need to be happy. How is it in your country, Hoa? What is the dream in your country? So I don't know. The American dream is probably quite famous. I don't think we have like a UK dream and such, but they always talk about the American dream. Does anyone actually know what the American dream is?
Yes. From
American dream?
Not really.
Dream.
To be honest, I'm not familiar. I'm not so familiar with it. Yes, I'm from the UK, but we hear a lot about it. The American dream, things like this. I guess it's about freedom and what? Yeah, Hazel. What is it?
From movies, I know. To be able to realize something in their life, to have a nice job, to have a nice family and pet and so on. I think this is the American dream.
Okay, yeah, so it's basically the same as everyone else's dream, yeah? So,
I think the American, they want to, their countries to control all the world.
Okay, so to control the, yeah, I don't know, yeah, so no comment, I don't know about this one. But yeah, okay, so let's see, but what about in your country, Hoa?
My country is Vietnam, and I think my country is a developing country, so the people, they also want to be more rich and have a successful future, because there's also many poor people in my country.
Okay, yeah, so to be rich, to have a secure future, yeah, so to have this kind of security, I think that's also important.
Yep.
But what about like the family life and things like this?
The family, I think decrease the number of people, because they look so much people in my country, and the family, they just have one or two children in the family, so that they can help the economy. They
better.
can, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's practical as well, yeah? So there's no children, there's no one in the future, yeah, to run the country and things like this. Okay, so Igor, what do you say? So, not about necessarily the job, but about the lifestyle. What is the dream?
To have an apartment or a house.
What kind of apartment?
Apartment that is in the city, in the city area.
Yeah.
And to be apartment with good inside, how to say?
Interior.
Yeah.
Good, well furnished or
well furnished.
And to be new all, and that
new build, yep.
Yeah, and to have a car, maybe without car, one child, and a good job, or a good deposit in bank.
Yeah, so good amount of money, but everyone's saying comfortable things, yeah. So no one's saying that everyone wants a castle, everyone wants to live in, I don't know, yeah. So, and the thing is that's a good indication, because I'd say that's the same in the UK. What you're saying is exactly the same, yeah. House, good, comfortable job, family, maybe if you want family and stuff like this. No one's saying, I'd like the most expensive apartment. So therefore, can we assume that, yeah, you know, people don't necessarily want to be rich, yeah. So really rich. Ramon, okay. Do you want to be rich?
No.
Would you like to be a billionaire?
I don't. No. I think extra money give me extra problem. I have enough money for my living. I don't have a big salary, but it's enough for me to live in way which I want and travel a lot. Maybe I want to change country because I don't like that's around me, because I would like to have clean environment, maybe more fair legal system, but not a lot of money.
Okay, yes, it's not always about the money thing. Sam has just joined us.
Good morning, Martin. Good morning, everyone.
Good. It sounds like at school, yeah? We have to do this thing, and we have assemblies, yeah? So, do you know what assemblies are?
No.
We all should respond to him. Good morning, Sam.
Do you know this? So, yeah, basically, you sit in a hall with the headmaster standing like that,
Yes.
looking at everyone like this. And then, all of a sudden, good morning, students. And then they would say, good morning, Mr.
Teacher.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I guess you have something like this in your country.
Martin.
Sam, okay, so good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Martin.
Sorry, Diego, did you say something?
No, that I want. In the past, in Uruguay, it was not only an obligation for pupils to say in a chorus all together, "Good morning, teacher," but we also had to stand up by our seats and be like.
It's like the king is coming into the room, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But I think it was a sign of the respect,
of course,
showed to our teachers that has been lost in the last decades, and it has led to many problems in our public and private system of education, the loss of respect towards teacher.
Yes.
Well, it was an anecdote.
So the thing is, I found this standing up thing the most pointless thing ever, yeah, because there's a stand up for the head teacher. You stand up and then you get there and you sit down straight away. You're like, why did I do this? Yeah, so it's a bit pointless. But it depends on the headmaster. My headmaster was very strict and quite old-fashioned, so he did this. But nowadays, maybe in the UK, it's not so common, yeah. So they're quite more easygoing, I'd say. But yeah, my headmaster's very, very strict. Okay, so okay, and who has just joined? Sam. So we're talking about happiness. What would you say? So, what is the Syrian dream and what is the Spanish dream? What you have noticed?
Spanish dream. Well, I think Spanish people don't have limits on their dreams. I mean, if you ask them, they will say, "I need a car, I need a house, I need a farm, I need everything."
Yep.
Okay, but well, for Syrians, I don't know. Everyone has his own dreams, but for me, I don't think money is the source of happiness. But of course, it makes life easier. It gives you a chance to think and find your own thinking and life philosophy, you know.
Yeah.
But if you are very busy just chasing your basics of life, like bills and and avoiding troubles, well, you will not have enough time to think about your life.
Okay, so it's interesting. So this is probably why also, I mean, you can read this article, we didn't have time to read it all, but you can read this in your own time if you like, and they're saying that he's happy because, it's, I guess, 60-year-old, he passed worrying about all the bills, maybe he's got some savings, stuff like this, his job maybe is okay, he's got to a good position in his career maybe, but I don't know why Edinburgh, yeah, so why specifically Edinburgh? Southampton, that surprises me. Southampton, Cardiff and Edinburgh came out on top in the search for the UK's happiest places. Really, really quickly, I'll share my screen and you can hear the happiest female names and the happiest male names in the UK. For me, I find these names quite strange, yeah, as in quite old-fashioned, some of them are. So let's have a look at this really, really quickly. I wouldn't call any of my children this, yeah, in the future or whatever, yeah, so Wendy, no, definitely not. Okay, Mary's good, yes, Mary's okay, but it sounds a bit, I don't know. So Wendy, Leslie, Sandra, and Mary. Yeah. So it sounds like my nan kind of thing. Yeah. So Anne is quite.
Anne is nice.
Anne is good. Yeah. But Sandra, yes. I don't know. And Tina, yes, is quite chatty. I apologise if any of you called these names. Yeah. So it's not. I'm saying in the UK. Yeah. So maybe different in your country, whatever. But Tina sounds a bit chabby.
Emma isn't nice.
Emma's nice. Emma's nice. I like this name. Caroline.
Caroline is nice.
Do you like it?
Alison. Yes, Caroline is cool. I mean, well, the only Caroline I ever known is that character in Vampire Diaries.
Okay, yes. Now, Caroline, for me, one sounds like my old French teacher, and two sounds like, you know, I don't know. Caroline sounds, I don't know. I have associations with some names. So Joshua, for example, I associate with a really fat person. Yeah, I don't know why, because not everyone just, but I don't know, some names you associate with people. Maybe it's in the past with that. Okay, so I would say Emma is a nice name, yes? That's what I'd say. But apparently it's an unhappy name. But I'd say actually more unhappy female names are nicer names. They sound nicer. Happiest male name, Steve Norman. Norman. What? I've never heard this name. Norman.
Yeah.
Norman. Tom, yeah, that's okay. Alan is all right, and Ken. Unhappy ones, Gary, Chris, Mike. Mike is okay. That's a cool name, but it does sound a bit average. Yeah, it sounds like Mike. Yeah, Mike.
Everyone's name was Mike.
Everyone's called Mike or John. Yeah, something. Mark is. I think that's quite a cool name. And Ian. So I wouldn't say. Yeah, I wouldn't say any of these sound like. Well, the people I know called these names, I wouldn't say they're unhappy or happy because of these. What do you say really quick in your country? What's the happiest sounding name? So, Tam, what's a really happy sounding name in your country?
Yes, you know, happiness in Vietnamese name Phúc. You know,
Phúc.
in Vietnamese is Phúc. Phúc.
Sorry?
It's happy.
Phúc.
Yeah, it's mean happy in Vietnamese. So
Like this?
I think it's a happiness name.
That's interesting, yes. That's quite cool. Yes. Wow, okay, that's interesting. So, that's good. I remember this one. Okay,
Yeah.
so, Diego, what do you say? What's a happy sounding name in your country? Oh, okay. Thank you for. Fruit. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Diego, okay, happy sounding name in your country. Diego sounds quite cool. Okay, I'd say Hazel is also. Hazel, is that a normal name in your country?
No, because I'm not a Romanian.
Okay.
It's very
Hazel,
rare. Probably
Hazel,
a few in all, the whole country.
Hazel is a popular name in the UK, you know?
Yes.
Hazel, lots of people are called Hazel. Okay, and how I would also say Fruit. Ika,
Yes.
Ika, what do you say?
I think we do not have a happy name.
A name that sounds happy, yes? I don't know.
Yes, and I think this research it's a nonsense.
Okay, yes.
In my
I
opinion,
expected you to
humble
say this,
opinion.
Igor. I expected you to say this.
Because
Okay.
how you can deduct, to be serious, how you can deduct that all Johns are all as the most happiest?
No, not saying all of them, but saying out of the survey,
Yes,
more people who called this said they were
more-
happier.
Yeah, more people who called Johns and who are 60 years old, who is teacher. It's too many factors that.
Give a rough idea, yeah? To give a rough idea as to what I guess. But Steve, I think that's crazy. yes?
From this research, we can deduct that who is not named John, who is not teacher, is not happier than these people. It's not true for me.
Anyway, guys, I've got to go to the next class, but really good to speak to you guys, to some familiar faces and to some new ones. Take care and hopefully speak to you later. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.